MRP MD02. Enter. Okay, so your planned orders will get created. Okay, your planned orders will get created. Now what happens is, when the sales orders will come from the sales module, okay, normally when the production is going on, sometimes in between sales orders will come, customer orders will come. So those customer orders will come, and of course they are included in the planning. At the same time, they will be consuming the planned independent requirements. They will be consuming the planned independent requirements. In our strategy 10, whenever planned independent requirements got consumed, when we make the delivery to the customer in our strategy 10 and 11. But here in this case, the incoming sales orders will directly consume the planned independent requirements. I'll take a screenshot of this. Okay. Now let me enter one sales order in the system, customer order for this product. Okay. So I will go to VA01. Okay. Order type OR. Sales organization, distribution channel, division 00. Enter. Okay, before that I'll show you one more thing. Let me put one more planning strategy. Let me put one more here. Let me put here 200. Let me put 200 here. Yeah, I want to show backdated ones. I'll put one more forecast. I'll do MRP run one more time. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is the forecast situation. I'll take the fresh screenshot. Okay, so now I'm entering the sales order. In the system, customer order. What is my material? 10356. And let's say my quantity is, what is the quantity? Here it is 200 is here, right? So I'm entering 200 and the plant is 1000. Okay, enter. That means one customer is giving the order to deliver 200. 10356 not defined for sales order. Just give me 1 minute. So now let me enter the sales order again. Slash and VA01. Okay, so now when I am entering the sales order, if you go to the procurement tab, okay, if you go to the procurement tab, what is the requirement type here? KSV. The requirement type is KSV. Why this KSV is coming? If you go to the planning strategy 40, for the planning strategy 40, the customer requirement type is KSV. In our 10, yesterday we have seen it as KSL. Now as we are working on 40, now the requirement type is KSV. Okay, the requirement type is KSV. Okay, so now let us go back. Sales. Let us do the incompletion log. This in the real time sales people will do. We will not be doing it. We will not be doing it. Complete data. Complete data. 1 and 1. Enter. Now what you see is, now when I am saving the sales order, what you see, what will happen when I save the sales order, this sales order will consume one of the planned independent requirement, so it may consume this one, or as per the settings we do, will consume the one now. So that's why I have taken this screenshot. Now you see, the moment I save the sales order you will be able to see over here, and it will consume one of the planned independent requirement forecast. So now I am saving the sales order. Okay, so now your order is saved. Now if you go to the stock requirement list, see, your order has come, your sales order is displayed. Now if you observe carefully, one of the August month planned independent requirement got consumed. See, I entered a planned independent requirement for August. Okay, so that is now consumed. Now it is no more it is showing over here. That means the incoming sales orders will consume the planned independent requirements. So now that August month requirement is not showing anymore here. It is consumed by the sales order. That is what you need to understand. Sales orders affect requirements and consume the planned independent requirements. Okay. Now the question is why the sales order has consumed the August month requirement? Why not this one? Okay, there are a lot of planned independent requirements are there, right? Why it has consumed only August one? Why not September one? Why not October one? That is because the consumption mode we maintained in the system. Okay, so the consumption mode defines the direction on the time axis in which the incoming sales orders to consume the planned independent requirements. That means your sales order is coming. If you see here, if you see this diagram, okay, the top ones are your planned independent requirements. Just let me show you. Okay, so these are your forecast. These are all your forecast. Okay, whereas the down ones are your sales orders. These are your sales orders. Now, suppose let's say the sales order is coming on this date. So now if you use consumption mode as backward mode 1, I'll show it in the SAP backward consumption. What happens is system will consume the forecast which lies backdated to this sales order. So as we used backward consumption, see, sales order is on this date. Now it is consuming backdated ones. That is why sales order consumed August 1 in our case. Suppose if you maintain mode as 3 forward consumption, then what happens? Sales orders will consume the future dated planned independent requirements forecast to them. Okay, so the top ones are all forecast. These are all forecast. These are all sales orders. Okay, so they will consume future dated for planned independent requirements. Suppose if you use mode 2 by R4, first as per the mode, it will consume the backdated ones. Once they are over, the mode will get switched to forward date. Okay, so that happens through consumption mode. Okay, so I'll go back. Okay, so here in our case, what we maintain, if you go to change mode, what is the consumption mode we maintain? 2. Consumption mode we maintained it as 2. Backward and forward consumption. So first it will try to consume backdated ones, and once those are done, it will do the forward consumption ones. So backdated means, that is why, what is today's date? I entered the sales order on today's date. Today what is the date? Today 24/08/2016, and our PIR, when is that PIR initially? I close the screenshot. That PIR was on August 1st. The PIR August 1st. It was on August 1st. Okay, and my sales order was on today's date. Okay, that is why this is a backdated one. That is why system is consumed to this one. Okay, so that's what happens. That is the consumption mode. Okay, so clear. The consumption mode is clear. Okay, so if you use only backward, system will try to consume only backdated ones. Only backdated ones. If there are no backdated, all are over, then there is no consumption. Okay. If you use only forward, it will try to consume only future dated planned independent requirements. If you use both backward and forward, or forward and backward, then it will try to, according to the mode, it will try to consume the first one. Once they are over, it will switch the mode and it will consume again the forward dated. Okay, so that is what the consumption mode is all about. Okay, now the next one is, just 1 minute. Okay, now the next one is the consumption period. Okay, so what is this consumption period? Now consumption period defines the period up to which they have to look for the planned independent requirements to consume. So if you go to our case again, so if you define the period, here, you are able to see here. If you define the period here, now this is the period it will try to use. This is the period. Okay, so here you are maintaining here period. Okay, so that means the period in which it will look for the planned independent requirements to consume. Now if the planned independent requirements are not there within that period, then it will go to, if it is a mode 2 or 4, it will switch over, or if it is not there, it will not consume anymore. Suppose the planned independent requirement is outside of this period, then it will not consume. Here in this case, if the planned independent requirement is here, let's say, then it will not consume. So system will try to consume planned independent requirements within that consumption period. Okay, now the question is where these are maintained. These are maintained after the consumption mode. So if you go here, see, these are the consumption periods, 999. In some industries they maintain it as 30. That means this consumption period is always maintained in days. Okay, this is always in days. If you click on the button F1, see, determines the consumption period in work days. This is in work days, working days. Okay, not hours or something. Determines the consumption period for backward consumption in work days. So this is always maintained. So system will search for the backdated planned independent requirements in 30 days. If it is there, there are any planned independent requirements are there, it will consume. If it is not there, it will not consume. In case of only backward, if you use only one. In backward and forward, it will switch over. If the backward forecasts are consumed, then it will switch over to forward. So this is how the consumption mode and consumption periods will work. In the interviews, they will be asking the questions on this consumption mode and consumption periods. Okay, so clear is this consumption mode and consumption periods, or you have any questions? Please ask if you have any questions now itself.
Hey, Shravan.
Oh. Who is this? Yeah, hello. Hi, Shravan. Hi, Kuresh.
This is Qureshi. Sorry, I lately joined here.
Yeah. We'll discuss after this class, Kuresh. We'll discuss.
Yeah, we'll discuss on consumption. Is that okay?
Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
Consumption planning. Let's say we are forecasting.
Okay.
Forecast value for, like, they already forecast for 3 months. Like, first month is 30, next month is 60, next month is 90, let's say. So when this backward consumption going to be happen? It's going to consume the forecast value?
Yeah, it's going to consume the forecast value only. When the sales order comes, when you enter the customer order, sales orders, when they come, they will be consuming this forecast. When they will be consuming this forecast. The incoming sales orders. Yeah, that's what I said. Sales orders will consume planned independent requirements. This planned independent requirement is nothing but forecast.
Okay. That's what I wanted to. Thank you. So what is the backward backward consumption, what is forward consumption, and what is backward. So can you give me some example of that, an industrial example?
No, it's no. See, ultimately, your forecast has to be once you manufacture the product, your forecast has to be removed right from the system. See, the question is, suppose let's say you have in August month, let's say in August month, you have a forecast of 1,000. Okay. Now you manufactured this 1,000 quantity. You're completed 1,000 manufacturing completed. Now after completion, if this forecast is required. Is this forecast is required once the manufacturing activity is done? Not required. Some point of time you need to remove this from the system, right? So instead of doing that manually, they have given the provision to do it automatically. So that's what various consumption options have been given. Okay.
So,
in strategy 10.
What is actually backward consumption and forward consumption? How the planning is doing?
Yeah, backdated consumption means suppose sales order is arriving on today's date. Sales order is arriving on, let's say, today's date. Okay. Now it will consume backdated planned independent requirements. It will consume backdated planned independent requirements. So today's your sales order is today. Your sales order is on today's date. This date. Okay. Now it will consume any backdated planned independent requirements are there. It will consume.
So planner based on forecasting, you create the PIR, and whatever the previous PIR it will consume here.
Your question is not clear. Can you repeat, please? Can you repeat?
I'm saying that whatever the forecast is done, and what is the PIR left behind, that is consuming here.
No. After consumption, still any PIRs is left over. Those will be showing on the MD04 screen.
So that is also going to consume in backward consumption or forward?
See, based on the setting you make, it will consume. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure why you are getting confused. See, the mode you maintain here, either 2, either 1 or 3, whatever you maintain, accordingly system will behave and consume the planned independent requirements. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, you joined in between, right? That's why see, there was another planned independent requirement on date 01/08/2016. So I made a sales order today. So that's why it has consumed the previous dated ones. Now it is no more showing over here.
So what about the back order?
Back order means I didn't get your question. Sales order you're talking about?
Yeah, if it didn't satisfy the sales order.
Now sales order is, wait, let me complete. Sales order is showing here, right? Sales order is showing, this is the sales order. Customer order. Yeah, so this is a customer order and you have stock, then you can deliver. Or if the stock is not there, then you need to wait till the production activity gets completed.
Is that one become a back order?
Back order processing comes under sales. You will do the, if the stock is not there, that back order processing they will do. That comes under SD. That comes under SD module scope. Okay?
So what is forward consumption?
Now it will consume the future dated ones. Now if I put one more sale order, it will consume this future dated plan. I'll show you that. Let me take a screenshot of this. Okay. Now there is a plan independent requirement on 1st September, right? Okay. Now for the 1st September, now if I enter one more sale order, there are no backdated planned independent requirements are there. So now if I enter one more sale order, what happens is it will consume this planned independent requirement, which is on future date from today's date. Okay, I'll enter one more sale order for you. So now what is a period we maintain? Backward and forward. That means first it will search for the backdated planned independent requirements. If all those are consumed, then it will switch over to forward ones. So now I'll put one more sale order. You see what will happen. So I'm entering one more sale order, VA02, sorry, VA01, VA01. So let's say I'm creating a order for 300. I'm creating an order for 300. Plant is 1000. Okay. This is a customer order. Okay, so this is a one. Okay, now when I'm saving this 300 quantity will consume this planned independent requirement. Now this one it will be consuming, because backdated, now there are no backdated planned independent requirements are there, no backdated forecast. So now it will switch over to forward. Now it will consume this one, or might be what we maintained 30. What we maintained 30, or I change it. Just give me one. What I maintained over there, /mm 03. I maintained 38. I changed it. I'm sorry, I will change it. Just give me 1 minute. I'll change it. I'll change it to some 90 days. Okay, 90 days. Now it will consume. Okay, so now I'm saving the sales order. I have already taken the screenshot. Now you see one of the planned and future dated planned independent requirement will get consumed. So now I'm saving this. You see what will happen. Quantities or sales order quantity is 300. Quantity is 300. Now if you go to MD04 screen, now you see what will happen. You will be able to see that new sales order here and planned independent requirement will get consumed. See what happened. New sales order has come. New sales order has come for 300, which I entered. Now the planned independent requirement, which is on date 0109/2016, now it is reduced by 300. It has become 250. Initially it was how much? 550.
Right.
Okay. This clears your questions?
Yeah, that is clear. So what I felt is backward and forward scheduling. Sorry, not scheduling. Backward and forward consumption. Whatever we have a stock in. So let's say we bought the stock for some other purpose. We have the stock.
Okay.
You're going to consume, but the quantity of the demand is more, and we are buying, and how are we going to show the lead time for the forward scheduling, forward consumption?
That comes under scheduling. You need to maintain the parameters in scheduling. That we'll discuss in MRP. We are now discussing demand management.
Oh.
In the when we go to MRP, that time we'll discuss here.
We are taking care of scheduling too, right?
Yeah. We'll be discussing scheduling also.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So that's all. Hope guys, consumption mode and consumption periods are clear now. Anita, Arvindan.
Yeah, it's clear, Savan.
So
it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how the 10, 11, and 40 will work. Okay. See, the major difference why they use 40 is, let's say, I'll tell you one scenario. Let's say in a particular month, let's say you have 500 demand PIR. Okay. PIR demand 500. Now, based on this only, you start manufacturing or producing. Let's say in the month, let's say in the month of October, let's say October 2016, you have a PIR for 500. You will manufacture this much quantity as per the forecast. Now, what happens is, let's say that month unexpectedly, one customer gives a order for, let's say, 1,000. Now that in that situation, what will happen? In case of 10, what happens? Sales orders are not included in the plan. So you will only manufacture 500 and you will not be able to deliver another 500 product to the customer. So your sales loss will be there. So to avoid that one, they come up with this planning strategy 40. So in the planning strategy 40, what will happen? This also will consider, right? Get considered. So even though you have 500, since this is also considered, whatever the customer requirements, those also you can manufacture. That is why they have come up with 40. Okay, so that's the reason why. That is the reason. That's why if you go to planning strategy 40, the main focus is on flexibility in reacting to customer demands. That is what the main feature of 40. Okay, so you have some forecast. Suddenly, in that particular month forecast, if the sales orders come more than the forecast, then what you will do? In case of 10, sales orders are not included in the planning. In case of 10, so that's why to avoid those kind of sales loss or avoid that kind of situation, they came up with this planning strategy 40. In case of 10, what happens? Your production progress in a paced manner, same manner based on the forecast. But here 40, in between some customer orders come for more quantity, that also you will be able to manufacture. That is the reason behind using 40. That is why 40 is the most widely used planning strategy across the globe. It is like a king of planning strategies. There are hundreds of planning strategies, but still 40 is the most widely used one.
So you're saying of 40, the forecast quantity is like say 500 on that particular month, and but you got the demand for like 1,000, you said. So when you're running MRP, you got the plan order for 500 plus this demand 5,000.
Yes.
It should become 1,500.
Yes. It will be coming as 1,500. Yes, correct. Yes, you are right. Yes, you are correct.
So
yes, sir.
The 1,500 is a quantity. It's rare. For example, if it is rare, then how come demand history going to capture? Like, for example, the demand history every time it will for 3-year history.
Demand history. No. Demand history you will be able to see in separate transactions. Tomorrow I'll show. Okay. Demand history. There are a lot of ways to see what was your demand, how much you manufactured. All those things you can see in separate transactions. There are a lot of reports in the system. Those you can see. Yeah. Your forecast history, your planned independent requirement history, you will be able to see in a lot of transactions. I'll show that tomorrow. We are running out of time.
All right. Well,
We'll do that tomorrow. Okay, not a problem. Okay, the only thing major concern is whether you understood these planning strategies. What is the difference between these three, and which one you are going to use under which scenario? That is very important. Okay. Okay, so we'll close it here. And tomorrow we'll continue at the same time. Okay, tomorrow we'll start with make-to-order production. We completed make-to-stock planning strategies. Tomorrow we'll start with make-to-order. Okay.
Hello, Savan.
Okay. Yeah. Who is this?
Yeah, it's me, Arvinda here.
Attend.
Yeah, so probably I cannot make it to the class tomorrow and day after.
Okay. I'll send the recording.
Yeah, I'll be needing the videos later on.
Sure.
Yeah, and then the link which you had sent regarding the videos that I had asked, the OneDrive link, which is in that mail, the link is there's no link at all. It's the mail has come as if it's an image.
You are not able to see any video kind of thing. You are not able to download.
No, I'm not able to click anything in the link, mail that you have sent.
Okay, I'll send it through J Drive or something. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, sure. Okay then. Bye guys for today. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.
so Shravan, are you going to talk to me right now, or?
We'll discuss on call, normal call, Skype call or something, WhatsApp call or something. Okay. We'll call you.
Call you, or are you going to call me?
Pardon?
You want me to call you, or are you going to call me?
Yeah, you call me. You have my number, right? You call me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys.